Good evening and welcome to Columbia River High School for tonight's Greater St. Helens League and Trico League matchup between the Columbia River Chieftains and the La Center Wildcats. Hi everybody, I'm Julie Pagel along with my partner Mark Feeney, ready to kick off the 2017-2018 basketball season on VPS Game Time. Mark, first game of the year for both of these teams, Columbia River in the 2A and La Center in the 1A, but probably La Center coming in as a favorite.
Yeah, La Center had a good run last year, I think, Julie. They got to the state tournament, as we were talking about a few minutes ago. But, you know, Columbia River always does well in athletics. They always do good in sports, like their recent soccer run at the state. And I think we might be in for a good battle tonight.
Yeah, I sure hope so. I know both teams, having talked to the head coaches, are excited to get this season underway. The coaches for both teams, kind of a study in contrast. Coach Herm Van Wordhuizen from La Center, this is his 29th season at La Center. And on the flip side for Columbia River, starting out in his first season here for the Chieftains, is head coach Will Jones.
I don't know a lot about the style that La Center plays. Maybe they're a pressing, fast offense or defense. I do know they've got a little bit of height. They've got a couple 6-footers out there.
And some experience.
And some experience. I was looking at the rosters, and the average height for La Center's 5'8", and Columbia River's 5'9", but they both have a 6-footer out there, and that could be interesting. I think from what I see from the roster here, La Center's got a 6-footer coming up at guard. One at post and one at guard, so that ought to be an interesting matchup for somebody.
That's for sure. Speaking about the teams last year, La Center did make a run. They made it to the state tournament. They won their first game. They beat out Columbia Burbank 48-46. Then they lost to state runner-up, second place, Kashmir. And they got beat pretty badly in that one. And then they lost to Bellevue Christian, who went on to finish in 6th place in state last year. La Center is favored to win their league again this year, and they're hoping to go a little bit further in the state tournament this season.
But just watching them out there, Julie, I think you can sense the confidence on their sideline. Now for Columbia River, I think they're returning quite a few players, aren't they?
They are, and they were under Coach Carl Click the last few years, and they've really kind of resurfaced as a team to contend with. Last year they finished 10-10 overall, 6-6 in league. But the 2A girls basketball Greater St. Helens League is a very tough league. They made it to district. They lost to number 1 Black Hills and beat Centralia, and then lost to Washougal. They do have 3 returning starters, so like you said, they do have some experience.
I don't know if they'll bring the same scrappiness they had last year, but that's one thing I noticed about Columbia River is just the scrappy style of ball, and also their desire to go ahead and let it fly. They take it from the 3-point line and see what happens. It might be interesting with the 6-footer on the post down there for La Center to see how they match up.
Well, talking to Will Jones just briefly before we started, I said, well, what are we looking for tonight? And he goes, I'm looking for everybody to play hard.
Yeah, that's a good start for your first game of the season.
Coach Herm on the other side is looking for more of the same. If they do what they historically have done, is that they'll press you up and down the court, and a lot of energy, and looks to be an exciting matchup to get things started. In a minute, you'll see the introductions of the starting lineup, but we'll go ahead and let you know for La Center, visiting La Center Wildcats, they start number 4, Alyssa McKnight, a 5'2" senior guard. Number 5, Whitley Setter, a 5'8" senior post. Another 5'2" guard, number 14, Bethany Witten. She is also a senior. Number 22, 6'2" post, Taylor Mills. And number 24, that 6'1" guard you were talking about, Mark, junior Taylor Stevens.
I'm excited to see how she plays out there. You don't see many 6'1" guards at the high school level.
No, and if you do, you usually can pencil them in on some college team somewhere.
Yeah, ready to go.
For the Columbia River Chieftains, coached by first-year head coach Will Jones, assisted by Roger Farrar, Darnell Scruggs, and Sherry Myers. He will send out number 4, Ellie Firth, a 5'5" senior. Number 5, Liz Canton, a 5'9" junior. Number 15, Erin Baker, a 5'6" junior. Number 21, Katie Colby, a 5'11" senior. And number 30, Jordan Ryan, a 6-foot sophomore. Jordan Ryan, the 6-foot sophomore post for River, did play varsity last year. She missed the last several games of the season with a badly sprained ankle, so it'll be nice to see her get an opportunity to get out and show what she can do again.
Yeah, I might have been at one of the games that she didn't play in when she had her leg all in one of those blow-up casts or those step caps.
And we will rise for our national anthem.
Well done by the Columbia River Band.
It's always nice to see them in action.
Yeah.
And now we're going to look at the starters for Le Center. Nice representation by the Le Center fans. They've got a great crowd here tonight.
Yeah, they sure do.
All right, we're ready to get this season underway. Columbia River wearing the white uniforms with the purple and gold trim, and Le Center in the all blue with the white lettering, numbers, and trim. Jumping for Le Center will be number 22, Taylor Mills. And for Columbia River, Jordan Ryan. And 2017-18 underway.
Here we go.
Le Center having a break. And they'll pull it out. Stevens on top. Going to feed the wing. Dish it off. Le Center not afraid to let the ball fly. And our first three-pointer goes to Bethany Witten.
Pays off. You were talking about the press, Julie. We're going to
Here
see it early.
We'll see how Columbia River can handle it.
I noticed that Columbia River came out in a strict man-to-man out there. With the height, it ought to be interesting to see how they adjust from time to time with that.
Right. And now Le Center is going to put pressure on the ball. And that's Stevens with the steal. Nice outlet. And that time, Setter could not get that up in time.
Got herself a little bit too much under the backboard. But that was a good heads-up pass.
Absolutely. Looks like a little 1-2, 1-1 full court press. Numbers if they're looking ahead. Swing it all the way outside and a long shot.
You know, you talk about where to make that pass, and she had the, I don't know who it was down here, but she had her underneath the hoop, and she passed it where she had to turn and get control of it, put that ball in the right place. It's an easy two for the
Easy
lane.
basket, right. Entry pass is stolen. Witten. And Le Center always looking to shoot. That time it was McKnight in and out. Rebound Columbia River. And the foul is going to be on Whitley Setter.
Ref gave her 2 chances on that one.
Yeah. First one kind of thought, oh, we'll let that go.
Yeah, the second one, not another time. Got to set the tone for the night.
Coach Jones calling out Husky. And there's Firth on top. Gonna go inside. Oh, good idea.
It was a good look.
That pass from Colby just a little bit late. Good recovery by Le Center to knock that out of bounds. Inbounding will be Firth. Oh, nice steal that time by Stevens.
That's our 6-foot guard, isn't it?
Yeah, she handles the ball pretty nicely.
She does, good hands.
Great backdoor cut. And what a pass by Taylor Mills.
Yeah, that was just schooling.
Mills with the bucket. And nice tie-up that time by Bethany Witten.
If there's one place you don't want to get caught holding the ball, it's in the corner between midcourt and the out of bounds.
That's for sure. Ryan gonna go around the screen. Nice little pass inside, and the blocking foul is called on Witten.
I think that was a fair call. She went in hard. It was a good drive. She didn't get her positioning.
That is the third team foul on Le Center in less than 2 minutes. Another three-pointer going up, short. That was Baker who put that up. Wow. Great drive and finish from Taylor Mills. There's better court awareness by River. And looked like Setter thought she had all ball, but a little bit of body is going to send Firth to the line.
Yeah, I think that was a legitimate foul. Got her pretty hard on the arms, I think. But I'm impressed with the look down court that Le Center has on their first touch. And they got some of the big girls making the runs, and they're hitting them.
That one just offline. Firth trying to get Columbia River on the board for the first time this year. Oh, in and out.
Don't have to be patient.
Great heads-up pass. Cross court. Back out on top. There's a long three. Holy smokes. Taylor Stevens, nothing but net.
Yeah, I'm penciling her in, like you said before the game.
Wow.
She's a good player.
Well, I guess we can see, Mark, why Coach Herm says, yeah, we're the favorite in our league.
Yeah.
Quick start.
Very confident. But, you know, if you got a person of her height that's able to take that three-point shot, very hard to guard.
She was a good 3 feet off that line, too, and dead on, as you saw in that replay. Good timeout.
I'm excited to watch her the rest of this game. I think you might be. What year was she?
Junior.
I think you're seeing something there.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's nice to see her playing at a small school, too. Nice that she hasn't transferred to Skyview. A lot of that transferring going along. Ryan will bring it up. There's good sideline press break. Firth brings it back out on top to Ryan. Oh, good hands. She recovers. Oh, and can't get it to go. Good effort by Jordan Ryan. Good offensive board work inside by Taylor Mills. Couldn't corral it. Here comes Ryan to Firth. Going with play number 1. Somebody's got to go to the ball. Eight on the shot clock. There's the long shot that goes for Katie Colby. Kind of an unconventional shot.
It was kind of off the left shoulder.
Yeah. Columbia River going to pick up with pressure. And great hustle by both Firth and Baker to knock that out of bounds. Was center inbounding on the baseline. Good patience. Knight gets it back out on top to Stevens. Same spot. That one was short. Good hustle by Mills, but she couldn't run it down. First substitution for Columbia River coming into the game. Of course, number 10, who's Giovanni Rhodes, number 10. Nice little step through, dishes it out. Colby had an open look. I would have liked to have seen her take that up. Oh, just off by Rhodes. Ball is going to stay with Columbia River.
And I think Columbia River's a little rattled by the fast pressure from the center. I think they need to take a look at making a move as that girl's coming toward her or making a pass faster. Once she's holding it and that girl's on her, they're pretty impressive of how they're playing with their feet.
Foul was on number 5, Whitley Setter. That is the 5th team foul for La Center. No fouls for Columbia River still. Colby to Rhodes. There's another long attempt. Can't get that one to go. Good effort from Aaron Baker. Now Stevens is going to play on the wing. They're going to run a little weave. Good position from Taylor Mills, and Columbia River is going to get caught with the foul. Colby. Smallest person on the floor gets that one, and it's tied up. It's going to go to La Center.
There's no doubt that Stevens has her spot, and she's going to take it.
Carlin Gomez into the game for Aaron Baker. And La Center's been stuck on 10 for a while. Great inbounds play, but they could not get it to go.
Still pretty good defense.
Mm-hmm. Wow, nice step through. Mark LaCenter doing a good job on the offensive boards, but Columbia River hanging in there. That was the block shot that time.
Well, Mills is showing us she can do something with the ball on the floor, too.
That's a tough shot. Couldn't get that to go.
Did she get a piece of that?
Yep.
Here comes the pressing trap. They're going to have to find a way to make the quick pass out of this.
There's a long pass over the top. Numbers. And that shot doesn't go. Rebounded by McKnight. Stevens back out at the point. Inside to Mills. Pretty pass. Good recovery. Another good look for LaCenter. Couldn't get it to go. Whitley Setter really hustling there.
Yeah, that was good. Good hustle. She made the steal and then able to get the tie up on it.
Another substitution for Columbia River, number 11, Lily Jonas. It's going to give Ellie Firth a breather.
There's the spot.
My goodness. That is a long ways out.
I think she's about 2 of 4? 2 of 5?
Yeah, I think so, 2 of 4.
Yeah, that's good enough for me.
Yeah, especially from there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate foul. That one was on Stevens. That's the 6th team foul.
I don't think Ryan wanted to think that was an accident.
Coming in is number 3, Katie Nelson for the Wildcats. Columbia River starting out the season a little bit chilly, although it could have something to do with how cold it is here in this gym, Mark.
It is cold in here.
It's cold unless your name is Alyssa McKnight on that shot, and she comes up with another steal. Trailer, Mills, good block by Ryan. And LaCenter will reset.
That was a good step over by Mills, but she tried to put it up with the right hand with the 2 people on the right side. It was a little tough.
Yeah. You know what Mills does a great job of, Mark, is moving without the ball.
Yeah. Also Stevens, they both stir it up in there.
Right. And looks like we'll be shooting 1-and-1 here. As that foul was on number 3, Katie Nelson. Colby has to come back into the game to shoot the foul shots. Number 32, Ellie Christian, was already on the court, subbed for her. She'll be coming in hopefully after she makes these 2.
Well, I'm kind of glad you got the ref's attention on that, Julie. I wasn't sure what was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, it's early in the season for them too.
Yeah. And it's cold. It's cold.
Official on the baseline is just shaking his head. Oh, there's a nice putback from Ryan. And I believe that's the 2nd foul on Taylor Stevens. Coach Herm not too happy with Taylor on that one.
You have to be careful with that.
Lid on that basket for Columbia River. Here comes Ellie Christian, going to give Katie Colby a breather. Ryan, the 6-foot sophomore, can't get that one to go. Long pass. Columbia River not aware. And the putback, follow by Taylor Mills.
They run the court really well, Julie. And
yeah.
like I said earlier, their first look is what's open down court. If it's not there, they're pulling it back. But if it's there, they're making the pass.
And that time, Katie Nelson did a great job of flying down court. She was just a little off balance on the shot, and Mills able to get the offensive board and put it in.
It's a long ways to go from your post player down deep to get there and make that that follow-up, and that was just, it's impressive.
And turnover for Columbia River gives the ball back to the Wildcats with about 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Here comes Witten on top to McKnight. Stevens in the corner. Can't get that one to go. Nice rebound for Jordan Ryan. Ryan handles the ball well for a 6-footer.
Yes, she does. And I sense a little attitude there that we're going to see come alive, I think.
Oh, she had a good look, didn't put it up. There's a nice three-point opportunity. Can't get that to go. 1 second, and that's going to be the quarter. So at the end of one, our score is La Center 18, Columbia River 2. A little bit of a tough start for the Chiefs. They did have a lot of shots, just couldn't get much to go.
Yeah, they've had good positioning in a lot of cases, and they just can't get it to go down. And were the 2 points off foul shots? No, they made a shot from the top of the key.
No, they made, Colby. Well, let's take this opportunity to let you know, if you're a Twitter user, you can follow VPS Game Time to get the latest schedule information and more. Twitter handle is @VPS Game Time. We also share good sports news from around our area with that account, so follow us today and we might just follow you back. So what's going on in Coach Will Jones' huddle right now, Mark? You're starting out ice cold, down 16. What are they talking about?
Well, you got to settle down the players. You got to get them to not panic at this point, to make the extra pass. And you can see the temperature rising out there. And last thing you want to do is get where you're just slopping, playing, going after people rather than the ball and rather than your game.
Jordan Ryan going to try and settle things down for the Chiefs. A lot of different bodies out there. There's an open three-pointer that goes home for Liz Canton. That's a good start.
That's a good start. That's a freebie after the quarter. Oh, man, that's good.
Nice little give and go. Yeah. Couldn't get it to stay. Offensive rebound for La Center. They've had plenty. Stevens will go back out on top. It's Witten. Over to Setter. Back to Witten. And that shot is long. Rebounded by Canton. Ryan. Just offline. Nice hustle board from Carlin Gomez. Good feed inside, knocked out of bounds by Stevens. Here come Ellie Firth and Aaron Baker, a couple of starters back in. Nice job by Jones and Gomez to give them a breather. That's the second time Stevens, those long arms, has been able to steal the inbounds pass from the baseline. Another three-pointer, this one from Bethany Witten. Oh, that ball went off Columbia River. Another forced turnover for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I think you got to look before you make that pass. I mean, yeah, there was a girl there, but there's two center girls coming down the middle. I've been watching Witten off the ball. When she takes the shot or when it's offense, she follows it. She's almost to the hoop before the ball.
Yes.
And when it's somebody else taking the shot, as soon as it's up, she's back to her own foul line, recovering for defense.
She's already got a couple of offensive boards, too, at 5-2. Reach-in foul against Columbia River. That was on Colby. Just the second team foul.
With 2 fouls, I think they can turn up the temperature a little.
Yeah. Mills, nice ball
That
fake.
was nice.
You can tell she's got a really nice shot. She hasn't hit too many yet tonight, but she will. She'll be a big scorer for the Wildcats. Another steal for Le Center, and unfortunately, after the nice steal by Setter, she threw that one out of bounds.
You know, one thing I think you can say for Le Center is they're all shooting the ball really well. They have good form. They have good control of it when they go up.
And all willing to shoot.
All willing to shoot.
Yeah. Columbia River has been a little hesitant, a few of the kids, to put the ball in the air. That is a long 3. Good effort from Baker, just short. Here comes McKnight. Stevens. Boy, I was going to say they're letting a lot go, but just a bit of a slow whistle. Jordan Ryan picks up the foul, 3rd team foul for the Chiefs. Somebody else willing to put up that shot. Put back didn't go, taken away by McKnight. A lot of second chance opportunities for Le Center. Great pass. Nice look inside, Colby, short. Another long pass. Are you kidding me? That long pass, who's the first one down the floor? The biggest kid on the court, Taylor Mills.
I'm impressed with the hustle of this team.
Wow, great job.
I'm kind of taking a look at Columbia River's offense. Nobody's coming across the key toward the ball, right? They pass it around the perimeter looking for the 3, and then they'll put it into somebody on the block and let them try to turn it in.
Yeah, they're a little tentative.
There she is again.
That's the 3rd long 3-pointer from Taylor Stevens. She is way out there. Holy smokes.
Yeah, look where they are right now.
Yeah. Everybody on the perimeter. There's Firth with a long shot, and there's her second 3-pointer. Boy, this 3-point line, I know it's been in the game a long time, but man, I just keep thinking, man, when I was playing, what if we would have had that line? Sound like Uncle Rico.
I'm not as old as you, Julie, so I don't know.
Yeah, right, okay. we'll play that game. Another nice move to the basket by Mills. She thought she got fouled, no whistle. Good ball movement that time, Ryan. Back to Firth. And nice pump fake. There's a good look inside. Le Center really collapsing on the inside.
You know, they're just hunkering back. They're challenging him to take that 3-point shot.
In for Le Center is number 23, Mia Edwards. Back in is Bethany Witten. And she has a ball on top. Stevens gonna finally take a break. A little bit sloppy. Both teams are getting a little chippy out there.
Yeah, and the crowd's picking up too.
Yeah. Nobody's happy with the officials right now. There's a bank 3.
I heard her call it too.
She meant to on that one. Erin
well,
Baker.
if they could start hitting a couple of those, it will force Le Center to come out.
Right. And that ball will stay with Le Center.
Well, Columbia River has closed the gap a little bit. What was it, 18-2?
Yes. Another 3. Wow, she's got a quick release, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
Bethany Witten. That's her spot.
I enjoy watching her.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, the movement away from, after she's away from the ball, it's just fun.
Both teams just gunning it up there from three-point range. Not a lot of close-in baskets.
No.
Here comes another one. That one won't go. That time Edwards a little long. Oh, she was on the baseline.
She thought she was fouled, but I do like her hustle.
Yeah.
Ryan hustles constantly while she's out there. Now we just need to settle down, get under control.
Exactly.
Take advantage of it.
Number 11, Lily Jones, and 23, Carlin Gomez back in for River.
Stevens too, huh?
And gonna reset the game clock to 2 minutes, 24 seconds.
Pretty good eye up there, right?
Yeah. Here we go. Stevens back in. Gonna run play number 4. Columbia River is switched to his own defense. Good ball movement by LaCenter. You know, the other thing, not only do they shoot the threes and they shoot them at a high percentage, but what quick releases from all of the
They must
kids.
just pop those and shoot all day at
Yeah.
practice. Or maybe the hours after practice.
I would think so.
By the way, she's shooting. She spent a little time in the gym.
Yeah. There's a nice fake. Good look for Jones. Oh, can't get it to go. Offensive board
There
and
you go.
put back.
There's Ryan. That'll pay off for you, that hustle.
Nice hard work from Jordan Ryan. Calling out 4 again to the other side. Good patience. Oh,
Was that deflected?
no, great idea. She just got a little too excited
Yeah.
and threw it over
Yeah.
Nelson's head.
You thought she was going up for the dunk there and wanted to hit her high.
Yeah, alley-oop. Wide open on the baseline. Oh, goodness. Bad
can't do
decision there. Stevens tried to take the ball hard to the basket, blocked by Ryan. And back the other way. Great double team.
They are very good at trapping.
And just in the nick of time, a good timeout by Coach Jones.
Yeah, that's like the second time or third time that they come across midcourt and stop in this little square here where a double team just puts you away. You know?
Absolutely. Hey, everybody, stay tuned at halftime for a special halftime presentation of Inside Vancouver Public Schools, the district's news show. You'll see how some students celebrated Thanksgiving, say farewell to our outgoing school board member, Kathy Gillespie, and see the artwork that students helped make that'll hang inside the Portland Airport. And I'm happy to say that a lot of Fort students, some of my former students and current bowlers, were a part of that mural that is hanging now at Portland Airport to honor our police officers.
Oh, very nice.
Back to action, Columbia River with the turnover. Stevens, why not?
No question.
Can't get that to go.
She's just got active hands and active feet.
Yeah.
That Stevens, she's just such a long reach, right?
Right. 41 seconds left to go here in the first half. Nice look inside. Oh, got a feel for Mills. She's had a lot of good looking shots that just have not gone.
Yeah. They're going to start going down, though, because they just can't for much longer.
Right. Nice kick out. That one's long. Good offensive rebound by Nelson. Back to McKnight, to Stevens. That one's off. Jordan Ryan with a great Great rebound, but then she just got ahead of herself.
Yep. She saw her player making the move down court, but she didn't see the blue until the last second. And then she pulled it back just long enough to take that extra step.
There's a nice look inside. That's got to go. No! Mills working hard, keeping it alive. Again, Mills with the rebound. And I'm glad that went in. She's working her tail off, finally got one to go down.
I got a feeling you're going to see a big half out of her second half.
That foul was on Giovanni Rhodes, the junior. Well, Mills just needs to shoot free throws.
Yeah.
She's too close to the hoop. And the desperation heave right before the halftime buzzer. So at halftime, our score is La Center 33, Columbia River 13, and we'll be back after our halftime break.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to this VPS Game Time Halftime Report. I'm Nick Vole. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. A number of schools in the district celebrated a little bit early before the break. One of the many events took place at Fir Grove School. You may have driven by it on Falk Road without even noticing it, but it's a school with an important mission and a strong community.
Need to go out and chop off the turkey's head.
Students at Fir Grove School perform a silly play for parents and teachers at the school's Thanksgiving celebration. The performance capped off an event that recognized students' successes and brought families together for a meal. What was your favorite part of the lunch?
The gravy and mashed potatoes.
Vernon is a student at Fir Grove who has some big goals.
I want to become a police officer. And if I can't become that, I want to work at Intel.
But Vernon, like every student at Fir Grove, has challenges that many other students don't.
When you look at them from the outside, they look just like any other student in the Vancouver Public Schools. They're just working on some additional factors that they're working on their learning.
That's why Vernon is here. He's learning how to keep himself focused on his schoolwork.
It's really helpful. Like, I learned lots of new methods to calm down to and whatnot.
Have you seen improvements in his learning?
Oh yeah. This has been one of the first times he's been able to be in school all day through a full year. So it's been a lot, everything he's been through. This has been one of the first places that's just stuck with him, and he really is having a good experience this year.
Fir Grove teaches kids with learning, behavioral, and emotional challenges how to manage themselves.
There's no one-size-fits-all approach here. We do everything individualized. All of our students are on individualized education plans.
The school, which is K through 12, has a small teacher-to-student ratio with 2 paraeducators in each class to help out.
The staff here care a lot about everyone, and they try their best to fit with everybody's individual needs.
They also work closely with parents.
It really personifies the adage that it takes a village, and we have a wonderful village here.
Most students at Fir Grove are only here for a year or so, or as long as it takes to build their self-regulation skills.
We've got 4 students that are in the next 3 weeks going to be transitioning back to their neighborhood schools, which is fantastic.
It seems appropriate then on this Thanksgiving to be thankful for the opportunities that lay ahead of these students.
This school is just amazing. I don't know if I can actually say that enough. It's just amazing.
Well, as I mentioned, the Fir Grove building has K through 12 students. The high schoolers are in the VISTA program, and you can learn more about the school on the district website. The school district has changed quite a bit over the past 8 years, and one person helping drive that change was school board member Kathy Gillespie. This year, she decided not to run for re-election and has a new pursuit in mind. As Amanda Richter reports, community and staff recently took time to thank Kathy for her service to Vancouver's children.
Thank you again for your service.
At an event on a Monday night, a big group of VPS employees and community members say thank you to Kathy Gillespie, who is finishing up an 8-year run on the school board.
Kathy's one of those people that just dives in and does. There's no job too menial, no job too dirty. if it needs to be done and it's going to benefit kids, she does it.
When asked about her biggest accomplishments, Kathy focuses not on large, well-publicized projects or awards, but on the effect her work has on kids.
Well, for me, it's always most important that we get more kids across the finish line successfully. So our graduation rate has improved, and certainly we're very proud of that. I think the additional investments that we were able to make 2 years ago to our school counselors and emotional supports for children is incredibly important.
She also helps steer the district through major events.
We've had some difficult times with budget cuts, and we've had some good times with the bond passing, so I think all in all, it's been a good couple of terms for her, and certainly congratulations on the time she's been on the board.
One passion is Vancouver School of Arts and Academics, where her children went and whose courtyard she helped to renovate.
She jumped in with a couple of other PTSA members and raised $60,000 in 6 months and made it happen.
Now she hopes to take her can-do spirit to Olympia as she runs for the state legislature, representing Clark County's 18th district. But before moving on, she has time to look back at the last 8 years.
I just want to thank my colleagues on the board, the teachers, all the staff in Vancouver Public Schools who always gave me something to shoot for. Their commitment, their passion, the hard work, the 24/7 heart and soul that they give to our kids was always the model that I tried to reach. And I never meant it because I never could, but that was always the goal. Try and work as hard as you see people working for kids. And so I'm just very proud of our district and happy that I had an opportunity to serve.
Inside Vancouver Public Schools, I'm Amanda Richter.
Kathy also helped oversee the development of family community resource centers, the technology levy, and countless other advancements for the district. Congratulations to Kathy on a great career as a board member, and good luck in her next phase. It's time now for a Re-Schools update. That's the latest on construction and improvements in our schools thanks to the bond measure approved by voters. Design concepts for the new Marshall Elementary and McLaughlin Middle School are in, and it's pretty interesting stuff. One of the unique things about those projects is that the schools are adjacent and share a large campus. The plans for the new schools include shared spaces such as a kitchen. You can see a line down the middle there where they'll actually touch each other. That's a cost savings, the shared space, and it's one of several ways the schools hope to work together. Other shared spaces may be used to let older students mentor younger students or let the community use spaces for events. There will be open houses soon for the schools for the community to see the preliminary plans, so make sure you stay tuned. And you can get the latest on the bond on the VPS website. Head to vansd.org/reschools. We'll also have lots of updates on the school district's news program inside Vancouver Public Schools. Students at 2 Vancouver high schools teamed up with a local artist, and their work is now hanging at Portland International Airport. In a ceremony at PDX, artist Rodolfo Serna and students from Hudson's Bay and Fort Vancouver High School unveiled their mural called The Protectors. It hangs next to the Port of Portland Police Office, and it symbolizes the connection between law enforcement and the communities they serve.
They need to know that they can trust us and we can trust them in whatever situation that we might need help in.
They want to help us, and if we, the community, don't trust them, then how are we going to build that relationship in order to, unity and all that?
The student artists are members of the groups Adelante and Mecha, which work to empower Latino youths. And empowered is exactly how this project has made the students feel.
A year ago, 2 weeks ago, I would have never thought I would have been in this position where I could walk through the hall and be like, I helped make this. This means something to the community and the world that we live in today.
Lieutenant Scott Krieger of the Port of Portland Police helped bring this project together. According to one teacher we spoke to, students from Bay and Fort will continue to work with the police on other projects like this in the future. Hey, the second half is just about to get started. Remember that you can see the schedule for more VPS Game Time broadcasts on the school district's website, as well as on the VPS Game Time Twitter feed at VPS Game Time. Until next time, I'm Nick Vole.
VPS Game Time provides students with an experience unlike any other. If you like sports or technology, or just want to try something new, VPS Game Time lets kids support their schools in a new way, with professional broadcasting equipment you can work behind the scenes to produce a live sports broadcast. There's a lot of action inside, but there's just as much out here. Whether that be creating the digital score bug you see on screen, running instant replays, getting the perfect shot, or even directing the broadcast. You can be a part of the team and help bring these broadcasts to life. If you're interested in helping out, talk to Nick Voll at nick.voll@vansd.org. Come join VPS Game Time.
And welcome back to Columbia River High School. We're getting ready for the start of the third quarter between the La Center Wildcats and the Columbia River Chieftains. Hi again, everybody. Julie Pagel here along with Mark Feeney. Going to take a look at some of the first half highlights and a whole lot of Taylor Stevens. How many did she put in, Mark?
I think it was 4.
And 14 total points in that first half.
Just a nice looking shot.
Right. So here we are, River with the ball. Colby out on top. She's going to give it up. Out on the wing to Firth. Takes down to the baseline, has a good look. Can't get that to go. Good block out by number 14, Bethany Witten. But ball will be inbounded by Columbia River.
The center's going to stay tight in the middle until they find a way to break it down.
Oh,
that
goodness.
wasn't it.
A little bit of miscommunication there. Steal by Witten. And a little stoppage of play because some Chieftain fans were a little bit oblivious to the game going on right by them. The center on top. Stevens going to take it all the way to the hole, create the contact. Can't get it to go. And the foul that time was from Whitley Setter. She couldn't get it, and here comes Columbia River. In the corner, long three. Good block out by Mills. She almost forgot to go get the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Good pass inside, kick it out to Mills. And that one offline. Another rebound for Colby. Columbia River really trying to find some offense out there. Firth offline, another rebound for Mills, and there was an ill-advised outlet pass. Ryan thought Colby was going to go to the basket, and nobody home.
I think if what I'm seeing on Columbia River right now, the coach had talked to him about a couple things at halftime. One is when you rebound on your defensive side, you don't grab and fling.
Right.
You know? And the other one is get somebody in the backcourt like they did right there after a missed shot.
So that was a nice bucket from Taylor Mills earlier. Here comes La Center again. Kicking it outside. That shot is short. Jordan Ryan is going to be tired tonight. Again, nice box out for La Center. And they'll bring it up. Stevens to McKnight. Good screen. Wow. Great court awareness that time from Alyssa McKnight. She stepped back to hit that
I think
three-pointer.
that's her second one, isn't it?
Yes.
She had 3 in the first half. We're going to wake up a few people in the crowd here.
Oh, Columbia River was positive. They just threw that ball out of bounds. Everybody was going the other way, but the official said it was touched.
It was off this La Center fan.
Maybe. Ryan out to Firth. That one's offline. McKnight couldn't corral it. On the positive side, Columbia River has done a good job on the offensive glass.
Yes.
They're working hard to keep the ball in play. There's a good drive and a nice open shot. Couldn't get it to fall. Good move for Marin Baker, though.
I think a lot of teams have got away from the inside play. It's all penetrate and pop. And if you don't have the three-point shooters that can put it in, you're doing a lot of defense.
That's for sure. There's a nice baseline move. Oh, couldn't finish. Ball will stay with the center. Sub in Giovanni Rhodes for Columbia River. And Liz Canton takes the seat. Good patience. Nice post up. Good defense from Katie Colby. Mills left that short. Another offensive rebound. Tied up by Alyssa McKnight. Alternate possession back to Le Center. So considering the number of shots both teams have put up, Mark, this is a relatively low-scoring game.
Yeah, it's been an up and down the court game, hasn't it? They're shooting, what, 5-10 seconds into the shot clock? I
was going to say the 30-second clock operator has had a pretty busy night. Click, yeah. Click, click, click.
A little carpal tunnel after tonight.
Lily Jonas back in for River.
You know, they got the press on there, Julie, and they had all 5 players at the foul line or below.
Oh, should have had a steal there. And there they get one. Good decision by Stevens to pull it out. No numbers. Just going to take that to the baseline. Create the contact. No foul. Not a lot of fouls being called here.
No, they're playing. They're going to play right now.
Good outlet to Jonas. Stolen away by another nice, effective trap there.
Yeah.
Le Center will reset. McKnight on top. To Stevens. Mills. Another offensive board. Good ball fake.
Nice.
And the putback by Whitley Setter. Everybody on Le Center contributing on the offensive end. And just a little out of control. Turnover for the Chiefs. And Mia Edwards returns for Le Center, along with Carlin Gomez for the Chieftains.
And now I know they're down by a lot of points, Julie, but you'd almost sense that if they would slow the game up just a little bit, Columbia River I'm talking about, you know, they'd have a better chance of being involved in this.
Yeah, a little bit hasty on both ends of the floor.
Yeah.
Understandable at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, and then probably to be surprised by how good the team was that they're playing.
There's a nice move, good block. Stevens getting a little frustrated. She thinks she's been hammered the last 3 times down, no whistle. There's another long bomb. Oh, in and out. Jordan Ryan and Whitley Setter tied up. We have had a lot of jump balls.
A lot of jump balls.
Gotta love that alternate possession rule. So about 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Nice give and go. Le Center has missed a lot of shots around the hoop.
You know, Julie, on a different note, I've noticed how many of the players are wearing these knee pads in basketball now.
Yeah. Quite a few.
Yeah. I suppose it gives an extra level of protection, but it, you know.
It's a tough place to get Rhodes the ball there out on top. Colby. That ball shot was blocked. And here comes Witten. Oh, nice dish to Mills.
Mills just does a great job of knowing when to break to the hoop.
Yeah, she does a fabulous job of moving without the ball. These kids are very well coached.
Yeah, I agree.
And, you know, with Coach Herm in his 29th year, you get these kids in the system, and it's pretty impressive. They are hoping to go further at the state tournament this year than they did last. I know that. Gets the second one to fall.
Well, Mills had 7 points at half, Julie. It could have just as easily been 15 points.
Oh, yeah, definitely. A lot of in and out, a lot of good looks at the basket. And even though they're leading by 28, Le Center is not taking the dogs off. They are putting pressure on everywhere. Oh, man, that basket just has a lid on it. Carlin Gomez had a good look.
And on the other side, too, Julie, Columbia River hasn't let up. They're still scrapping.
No.
They're still fighting hard.
Right, and to what Coach Will Jones talked about is he wanted them to play hard. Well, they're playing hard.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little give and go, good rotation. That was Ellie Christian who got over to knock that away. 5 seconds on the shot clock.
NBA line there.
Yeah, that one was possibly a little ill-advised. She had room to take another dribble, get a little closer. Christian all the way over to Firth. Rhodes. Ball's tied up again.
You know, one of the hardest things, Julie, in any sport is to come out and get rattled and then try to tell yourself to settle down.
Yeah, stay composed.
Yeah. That was
good idea. There's a nice pass. That's long. Rebound Mills. 1 second. It's going to be too late. Did it go? No. That's it for 3 quarters. Wildcats lead 41-13.
That was a fairly low scoring quarter.
Sure was.
As you may know, Vancouver voters passed a bond measure back in February and worked to improve school buildings and replace others, and this has actually begun. This work includes replacing roofs, boilers, and other problem areas in schools. Ogden and Marshall Elementaries, McLaughlin Middle School, and Vancouver iTech Preparatory are getting new buildings very soon, and more are on the way. To stay up to date on the progress of these projects, head to the district website, vansd.org/reschools.
Going to be a lot of work being done coming up in the next several months. That's exciting stuff.
How old is the Vancouver School District?
Wow, trick question.
Yeah.
It's old.
And the oldest school?
Another question
All right.
I don't have
All
an
right.
answer for. There's a good entry pass and a nice move. Another miss at point blank range. Boy, I don't know. Maybe these rims are tight beginning of the season, huh?
Yeah, they must be.
Neither team is shooting particularly well. Ryan takes the ball to the baseline. Great collapsing defense from the center. The kick out.
Good vision to hit the kick out there.
That one is short. And possibly these teams might be getting a little bit tired. Just coming off a Thanksgiving break. First
like,
full game.
Kind of like running lines the way they play.
It really is.
Yeah, just look at, here we go again.
Just a track meet. And again, no whistle. And that shot doesn't fall. The center hits their shots within 3 feet of the basket, and they've probably got 80 points by now.
Yeah, they've had a lot of good looks in there.
And you can tell they're a very strong team. Mills going to take it to the hoop, dishes off. And a timeout from the center. Coach Herm looks a little bit frustrated.
He does. And I don't know if it's by intention, Julie, or not, but they're ending up in a lot different places than they were in the first half.
Right.
Like you're seeing Stevens under the basket a lot, Mills out top. The first half, it wasn't that way. I didn't know if they were working on something different, hitting her low, but it's ending up that way.
Looks like they're not executing the way they're supposed to be. Coach Herm looks a little frustrated, along with assistant Vicki Lewis.
Well,
you're getting a look right now at our new school board member. Vancouver Public Schools Board of Directors welcomes a new member, Wendy Smith. Wendy won Kathy Gillespie's seat earlier this month. And after Kathy decided not to seek another term. Wendy's a teacher at Heritage High School with children in the Vancouver Public Schools. Back in action, someone just hit another
that was
bucket.
Stevens again.
It was.
Yep.
I guess point taken at that timeout. Put the ball in the hoop.
You know, whether it was by plan or not, with her taking the ball low for so much of this second half, I like her a lot better up top.
I agree.
Mills does a fine job holding that post down.
I agree. As a former teacher, I'm excited for Vancouver schools that they have a current teacher on their school board. That's great news. Great hustle by Carlin Gomez, knocked it out of bounds, and the center will look to pad the score here. Stevens in the corner. Forces it inside, kick it back out. Oh, that is a long, long shot right before the shot clock ran out.
Just wanted to tip it back to herself and get a second chance. But there again was what I was saying in the first half, how she follows those shots. That's a giveaway in most games.
Right. Mills with the ball way out on top. Stevens in the corner, back to Mills. Wow, great ball movement. Another miss inside and another offensive rebound. Kick it out. Why not? Stevens with another three. The center working hard. Columbia River's been stuck on 13 for quite a while now.
I don't know officially where Stevens is, but she's over 20 somewhere.
Yeah, nice outlet pass, McKnight. Good
Smart
decision.
Smart.
1-on-4.
Yeah. Columbia River got back really nicely on that.
Great hustle. Stevens again out top. To Mills. To McKnight, to Witten. Another good look. That one looked like a hot potato. She barely had the catch to put it up.
Yeah, I was going to say to your point earlier, they just get it out of their hands so quickly.
Firth will reset.
Looks like they've got a sub coming in here, Julie.
It's time. Oh, heard that one. Slapped by number 4, Alyssa McKnight.
Yeah, that was through the headset. I heard that one.
Right? That is only the first foul, team foul for La Center, and Columbia River only has one. Boy, we talked about the refs letting them play, and my goodness.
Well, at the start of the game, La Center had like 8 fouls in the first 3
Yeah.
minutes. Now the whistle's been swallowed.
steal for La Center. Mia Edwards brings the ball down. That was Madison Rose with the ball on the wing, number 13. Gonna get tied up? No. Colby takes it away. Nobody back. There's a nice fast break bucket.
Nicely done.
Erin Baker finishes. And another steal for Columbia River. Coach Herm trying to get his second team some PT. Good effort by Ryan. Quick hands, keeps it alive. And nice job of elevating, couldn't get it to go. This is Madison Rose with the ball on top. Kick it out to number 11, Natasha Lewis. Also in the game is number 2, Sierra Frazier. Number 23, Mia Edwards. And number 3, Katie Nelson, show inbound.
The kids that are on the court right now for the center, are they underclassmen?
They look fairly small.
They look a lot smaller.
We've got a freshman out there, a sophomore. Yeah, a freshman and 4 sophomores out there.
Yeah. You know, I looked down Coach Herm's bench over there, and he's going to make the attempt to get further in state this year. He's got 5 very, very solid players.
Well, and the name that you haven't heard tonight is Molly Edwards, a 5'6" senior guard who is injured. And there's a nice bucket by Colby. Edwards unable to play at all today, and he said that they would really miss her. So obviously they're a little deeper than...
Yeah, and that's good to hear, because I was worried if you got 5, anybody gets in foul trouble, you're unplugging and going to your underclassmen. But if you've got another one that you can bring in off the bench that can replace the same caliber, that's great.
Right, and she may even be a starter. Seemed like she has a pretty significant role.
Trying to think who she'd replace.
That is
pretty good squad out there.
That is a good question. Katie Colby is going to get 2 free throws. And she's got the first one. Interesting free throw shooting style too. She kind of rocks right into it. Step and shoot. Can't get that one to go. Rebound by Rose.
It was online. I would think the hardest thing about that kind of shot is that it would keep it online.
Yeah.
You know, it's not in front of your face, your eyes.
Another quick hand steal by Columbia River, and another foul, this time on La Center. I believe that's going to go against Mia Edwards.
Wildcats 23. That's Mia Edwards, her first foul.
Coming in 32 is Ellie Christian for Columbia River. And we are under a minute and a half to go. Want to let you know, if you want to learn more about our new school board member, tune in next week to the new episode of Inside Vancouver Public Schools. That can be seen on Comcast and also the district's Facebook and YouTube pages. So getting a little bit sloppy in here in the last minute. And we got another foul going to go against.
They thought really hard if they were going to call that. Something's going on there.
They sure needed to.
Yeah.
And coming in is number 11, Lily Jonas. Want to remind everybody that tonight's game is produced by VPS Game Time, a district-wide sports broadcasting program. You can see our crew tonight, which is almost entirely made up of students. We got kids from a number of schools here, working cameras, directing, doing graphics and audio, and much more. They're learning what it's like to work on a professional broadcast, and it is a very professional broadcast.
Well, for years now, Julie, that's been in place, and I'm totally impressed with them.
Yeah. Columbia River taking the ball to the basket, and a nice bucket from Erin Baker. The center can hold for the last shot if they can hang on to the ball. Instead, they're going to let it fly. That one's in and out. Rebound by Christian. Columbia River going to try and score here with 10 seconds to go. Jonas. Christian has the ball, takes it on the baseline. Somehow she managed to stay in bounds, and the shot at the buzzer is long. And that will do it.
Well,
So,
Julie, I don't think I'm going to make any judgments on either of these teams, except for the center looks like they're a good, very, very good team.
yes, I think so. And I think that, you know, with Columbia River, their first game with the new coach, they'll get things worked out. But our final score from J. Hoover Gymnasium is the La Center Wildcats 47, the Columbia River Chieftains 20. For Mark Feeney, this is Julie Pagel saying thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Have a great night.
This VPS Game Time broadcast is brought to you in part by the Foundation for Vancouver Public Schools, getting kids to school healthy, happy, and ready to learn. For more information, go to www.foundationforvps.org.